Good morning, chat. Welcome to stream. It's something. We certainly have something. I don't know what it is, but it's there. I'm scared to fight Brawly. Thankfully, we don't have to fight Brawly for several minutes, but I am kind of worried that we are going to fail what's known as the box check, which is a phenomena in Pokemon Nuzlocke, where sometimes there's a fight you simply can't win because you don't have, like, the right tools in your box. I think it's possible. I just think it's going to require investing a lot of our materials into Prinplup and getting really lucky. Not even like really lucky, I'd say moderately lucky. I would say this potential line, we're gonna have to do some cooking on stream, but I would say this potential line is probably less of an RNG bonanza than our last attempted line was. Namely just because it relies a lot less on stat drops, like dropping the opponent's attack, which means it's less susceptible to getting crit out of existence. Oh fuck, I don't have any water in my thing. I'm sorry, chat. I need to go stick my head under the sink for like 3 seconds so I can actually take my HRT. I'll be right back. I was gonna do a funny gargling sound when I got back, just like a little like, but it didn't work and a bunch of water shot out of my mouth. So, she is beauty, she is grace, and all that. But yeah, so we're gonna figure it out. We're certainly gonna figure it out. I just wish Prinplup could be a little faster. I just wish Prinplup could be a little faster. It'd make life so much easier. It costs 3 heart scales to change natures. Alright, I'm overthinking it. No point in worrying about... Also, you might have noticed, I fixed my fucking webcam cropping finally. But we've got my notes. We've got my game. We've got my other big-ass thing. So let's dive into it. Thankfully, excuse me, these first couple fights really aren't too big of a deal. Hold on, so I'm just gonna check something really quickly. Because I'm pretty sure it's 3 heart scales to change a nature. Yeah. There is also... Hold on. Fletchling, Fletchinger, yeah, there's nothing that these guys learn. No hidden moves there. Double slap, but I don't think that's gonna do much for poor Steenie. Nothing on Seadra. So what I'm looking for right now is sometimes when Pokemon evolve, like Kingdra only gets flip turn if you use a heart scale on it. It can't learn it naturally because it gets it at level 1. So I was seeing if any of my Pokemon maybe secretly had really good level 1 moves, but nope, doesn't seem like it. Okay, let's just do the normal fights. Okay, so we need... Fletchinger, Prinplup. Hold on, so Flet, Prin, Seadra. And then we'll just take a back line of generically useful guys. Yeah, no, I spent so much time trying to cook last night, and I eventually just had to step away, because nothing was really working. And it's such a shame, because this box really does have a lot of potential. I just need to figure out how to get it across Brawly with minimal losses. And I really do think it's like, I used to think we need to make our Brawly lines as watertight as possible. No, that's not what we need to do. We need to try to get through Brawly with unstable lines and hopefully only lose 2 or 3 Pokemon along the way. Sorry, I'm like rambling and trying to fiddle with my box. There we go. Because like we have so many good gets. Fucking Caracosta is so nice. Modest Lombre is awesome. Delcatty's probably gonna get scaled off after this fight. He's got the baby form of Urshifu, right? Yeah, he has Cubfu. Cubfu isn't even the issue. It's Combuskin and Hitmontop. And to a lesser extent, Lopunny. Okay, so I believe I know the order of how to do these fights properly, but just in case I am saving, so if it's not correct, I can reload and go fight the proper trainer, because you can fight these guys slightly out of order. And first up should be Battle Girl Laura. Okay, so I believe we just go to the right. Oh, that's right, we also want to give, where is it? Cherry Berry to Scalpel. And a Cherry Berry to Soul. And then just like an Oran Berry to Elatea, which she probably already has. Oof, and a second Evo starter this early in the game is pretty brutal. Oh, he has a Poliwhirl, or is it a Poliwrath? It's one of the two. Like, no, Brawly has some scary fucking guys. Battle Girl Laura. She opens with Riolu. Riolu's only real gimmick is that it has inner focus and a bunch of moves that can parry you. But we kill it really fast with Aerial Ace. We have Cherry Berry in case Body Slam paralyzes. Getting crit there does not matter. Should swap to Stuffle next. Stuffle likely to go for Body Slam. Easy little swap to Soul. Getting parried that early is kind of spooky, but it's not that bad. It has a Citrus Berry, that's why we send in Soul, is to pluck it off, which basically gives us a free switch-in with how much we heal off of it. And then we 2-hit KO with Bubble Beam. This thing has Bulk Up, and this thing has Bulk Up, Body Slam, Force Palm, so we just need to hope that it doesn't para us like crazy. And we should be fine. No para? That's frustrating. What's the most Body Slam crit can do is 27 to 28. It's likely to go for Body Slam. It's fine. We can probably switch around this easy enough. It's gonna go for Body Slam, not Force Palm, which means we can safely swap in Skitty, Fake Out, Play Rough. No para. Jesus Christ. Okay, never mind. Okay, we got lucky. Skitty was holding a cherry berry from before. That was very fortunate. Okay. Fake out does fake out things. Stuffle flinched. Play rough has 100% accuracy. Okay. Out comes Mankey. And actually, Defiant Lumberry, Outrage Thresh, we one-hit KO with Play Rough. Rolls out of battle lanes directly into stream, yippee. Why did the numbers lie to me? Yeah, no, it says Play Rough minimum does 113%. What? Does it forget we have Normalize? That's strange. Don't worry, definitely will not slurp coffee. Also, chat, can we get some thank you mint mods? I mean, thankfully we lived Thrash and we outspeed, so we can now KO with Play Rough. But that was concerning. What the fuck caused that math? Yeah, no, it's like the calculator showing Fake Out does around 50% minimum, and then Play Rough does minimum 113%. That would have been awful because we have Delcatty planned to be used for most of this gym. Next up is Sailor Brendan. No, you're thinking of Garbage Green and things like that. Run and Bun has it hard enough without giving you a bunch of gauntlets. It has some gauntlets, but like you have the healing items to heal in between those fights. You just need to prep for like 7 fights in a row. Okay. So for this fight, we want to get Soul in front. Soul has no item equipped. Give Scalpel an Oranberry. Give Skitty Knot an Oranberry. Speed, good, we do outspeed you. Okay. Xera has Pin Missile, Rock Smash, which means that Fletch gets it really easy. Cool. Okay. I finished the free game on Steam, Cat Girl. Fun game. I've never heard of it. Glad you enjoyed. Okay. Next fight, Sailor Brendan. We want to make sure that Prinplup has no item equipped. We also don't want to step up. We want to just stand down here. Otherwise, this becomes a double battle. Out goes Farfetch'd, out goes Soul. The reason we don't have an item equipped is because Farfetch'd has knockoff. We should be able to 2-hit KO with Pluck pretty easy. Dual Wing Beat hurts, but not that much. Goes for Quick Attack because it can see we kill it, and outspeed. Next in comes Heracross. Heracross has Swarm and Lumberry. It only knows Pin Missile and Rock Smash, which do basically no damage to to Fletchinger, and I believe it highly prioritizes Pin Missile against Soul. So, swap to Scalpel. Okay, now we want to see a one-hit KO. There's a chance we don't get it. Oh, there's only a single range that doesn't one-hit KO. Even then, he outspeeds us, so we don't need to worry about a swarm-boosted Pin Missile, and we can KO it with Quick Attack next turn. Nice. Good job, Scalpel. Next up is Battle Girl Lilith. We want Fletchinger, Fanfi. Tortuga. I'm just trying to think about, like, what are the best backup mons to have in case something goes wrong. Oh, Delcatty was holding an Oranberry. That's why it didn't KO Mankey. Okay. And here I was worried the fucking calculator was broken. The calculator assumes Delcatty's holding Silk Scarf. Okay, let's just get that fixed. Or it was holding a Cherry Berry before. So we want to equip Tortuga with a Cherry. And then everyone else can have Orans. Okay. Once again, dropping a save. The trainer we are preparing to fight is Battle Girl Lilith. Who I believe should be right here. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm stupid. Oh, wait, no, okay. It's scary, but it's not actually that bad. I just realized I didn't notice that this Makuhita has Fake Out. So this is a Guts Flame Orb Makuhita. I see it's already calcing all its damage as if it were burned. It's going to go for Fake Out turn 1 for obvious reasons. It wants its Flame Orb to proc. Thankfully, Aerial Ace from Fletchinger always one-hit KOs. So we may as well go for fucking, I don't know, Growl. Oh. We'll do Quick Attack for the funnies. Uses Fake Out. We flinch. Flame Orb procs. He now has Bullet Punch, which only does 7 to 9% of our max HP. Rock Throw has a chance to one-hit KO us, but again, we outspeed it by a country mile and one-hit KO with Aerial Ace. Goes for Bullet Punch because it sees that we're going to kill it. Okay. A slight miscalculation. Thankfully, nothing too serious. Out comes Ledian, which we predicted. I believe it's going to go for Thunder Punch because obviously we resist Ice Punch. Because of that, we are going to swap to Rat. We're immune to Thunder Punch. Against Rat the Famfi, it should see that its best attack is now Ice Punch, which Sybil takes with aplomb. We need to hope that Ice Punch doesn't freeze. We have no berries that prevent freezing, so if something goes wrong here, then we have to steer. But odds of that are pretty low. And by pretty low, I mean 10%. Okay. It now sees that its highest damage move is either Drain Punch or Thunder Punch. Doesn't matter which one it uses. We one-hit KO with Smackdown. And lastly comes in Mankey. Mankey has Power-Up Punch Reversal with a Focus Sash, which is a bit of a gimmick. I actually need to make sure. Okay, yeah, we should be fine. Because, like, what? Crit, Power-Up Punch at most does 12 damage. And then +1, it does 16. Okay. Yeah, so we could survive 2 max roll crits on Scalpel and we'll be fine. So what we're going to do is swap into Scalpel. It's probably going to go for Power-Up Punch. Now, Aerial Ace would one-hit KO this thing easy style, but it has a Focus Sash. Thankfully, the AI doesn't know that Reversal would be its highest damage move, so it goes for a second Power-Up Punch. It now sees that it nukes us with Reversal. However, we outspeed anyways, but just to be certain, we Quick Attack. Okay. A minor miscalculation with with Bonkoita, but thankfully nothing catastrophic yet. Wow, that attack was quick, right? Okay. I believe our next one. So the fight that we're going into is what I would consider the scariest gym trainer. He only has 3 Pokemon, but all 3 of those Pokemon are very scary. Okay. So for this fight, we need Delcatty. We need Shelder. We need Seadra. We need Fletchinger. We need Salandit. And then I'm bringing Prinplup as a backup. So, Delcatty with Silk Scarf. Shelder with Oranberry. Seadra with Oranberry. Scalpel with Oranberry. Salandit also with Oranberry. So the one thing we're risking here is Lorenz the Salandit. An unfortunate crit. Just let me just double check this. Oh, it speeds. Only needs to live 2 hits. Yeah. There is a chance that if we get an unlucky crit against Machoke, that Salandit goes down. But beyond that, I think that is the only point of risk in this fight. This fight screwed us over last time, because I did a poor job figuring out my calcs and forgot that Seadra has Poison Point, which can proc Guts. Checking a third time. Skitty is, in fact, in the front. Okay, so now we want to go to the left, and this should be Black Belt Christian right here. The reason we talk to him is because if we don't, he shows up as a double battle later. Opens with Metatite. Metatite has Pure Power and a Koba Berry. Skitty does the thing that Skitty does. Turn 1 Fake Out. Does a lot of damage. Flinches it. Skitty outspeeds. Play Rough does minimum 78%. Nice. I believe we should see Girder out next. Out comes Girder. Against Delcatty, Girder is going to go for Low Sweep. It sees a 1-hit KO. We are going to swap to Terramin the Shelder because Terramin takes that hit well. It's a water type. It's not an ice type yet, and it can't be crit. The only way we die to Girder is 2 high roll Low Sweeps in a row. And even then, no, it needs to specifically be a 1 step away from a high roll and then a high roll. Lowers our speed. Okay, yeah. The highest range on Low Sweep right now does 24 damage. We are going to go for Razor Shell. Okay, we got the defense drop, which means we skip the pivot to Seadra. Because let me see if I understand what's going to happen here. Mach Punch could... It won't go for Rock Throw, and it won't go for Bulldoze. Yeah, because Rock Throw can't KO, but Low Sweep and Mach Punch can. So what we are going to do now is go to Pokemon, and we are going to pivot to Scalpel. Scalpel has Flame Body. It could proc Flame Body against Scalpel. We have to hope that it doesn't. It doesn't matter if it doesn't, it just makes this safer. So, swap to Scalpel. It can take Mach Punch or Low Sweep. We want to see Mach Punch. Okay, that's fine. Good, no burn. Never mind, burn. Okay. It is now burned. Against Scalpel, it should see Kill with Rock Throw. Even while burned, Delcatty takes Rock Throw really well. So we are going to now swap back into Skitty. Mach Punch! Okay. Okay. We're going to go for Fake Out regardless. It's free damage. I didn't... Why did it go for Mach Punch? So the nice thing is that now it's guaranteed to go for Mach Punch because it knows we KO with Play Rough and we outspeed, which means we can safely swap back into Scalpel. Why did it go for Mach Punch? Yeah, that does like nothing. Oh, it saw that Fletchinger outsped and KO'd. I overcomplicated it. Okay, that's fine. Thankfully, Skitty did not die. That was very scary. But yeah, crit Mach Punch doesn't do that much, and after burn damage, I think we can probably KO it with Quick Attack. Okay. Yeah, so it sees... So I don't even want to risk not killing with Quick Attack. Because I'm pretty sure at its current HP... Hold on, we don't need... Okay. Do we still have our Oranberry? We do. See a KO with either of those. Okay. How about a chances burn? But does it matter if it chances burn? Because we 2-hit KO with Aerial Ace. I think we go for Quick Attack. Girder goes down. Out comes Machoke. So the annoying thing is we wanted Skitty to be the thing on the field to bait Vital Throw, which Lorenz switches into way better. Shelter takes Facade well, but Shelter has like 2 HP, right? 15 HP. So my thought process is currently... We can't burn it. Okay, no, I think we're safe to just 2-hit KO, actually. Because the scary thing with Machoke is if it burns, if it hits us and gets burned, it gets Guts boosted Facade, which is incredibly powerful. But if we attack first, and we do, we outspeed it. We hit it with Aerial Ace, do minimum 58% of its HP. It hits us, gets burn. Burn damage offsets the healing from leftovers. We outspeed KO it with another Aerial Ace. I don't think Facade can kill us with crit. It does at most 30 damage. Okay, so I think we're fine to just stay in an Ace. Critical hit. Okay. He gets his leftovers, does Flame Body proc. Flame Body did not proc. Non-crit Facade, almost guaranteed kills. He has no priority moves. We outspeed. We should get the kill with Aerial Ace, even if he throws up Protect for healing. Goes for Protect. Aerial Ace does a minimum 58%. He's not even in the green. Good job, Scalpel. Okay. Oh, fuck me. So basically none of these fights have gone to plan so far, which is a little spooky. But we got him. That was the fight that lost us Seadra and Tentacool last time. It's not the trainer with the most Pokemon, but it is the trainer with the scariest Pokemon. Especially because this game kind of gives you a glut of Pokemon that have on contact give status ailment abilities. Okay, sweet. We didn't even need to risk Lorenz. The original plan there was to swap in Lorenz on a Vital Throw, and then to hit KO with Dragon's Breath, because it always survives 1 Vital Throw and 1 non-crit Facade. Okay. Next up is Black Belt Takeo. So for that, we need Fletchinger in front. Delcatty in second. Terramin in third. And then Fletchinger again. So every other slot is a flex spot. Right, because fake out. So I think we're more or less kind of fine how it is. I will say the one thing that's kind of annoying about doing these cooks yesterday and then starting the game up today is forgetting specifically the logic for everything. You feel a lot more confident if you're running the fight immediately after you cook it up. Okay, so we are next looking for Black Belt to KO. If we don't run into Black Belt to KO, I know I just healed, but I'm so compelled to check. Obviously we reload. Because I do think we can accidentally encounter the wrong trainer here. Never mind, it isn't. Okay. So, Breloom's kinda scary. It has Toxic Orb, Poison Heal, and Spore. However, we outspeed it by 6, and we one-hit KO it with Aerial Ace. It will go for Mach Punch because it sees we outspeed. Aerial Ace does 112% HP. Next should be Baniri. Baniri is going to see that against Scalpel, its highest damaging move is Triple Axle, a move that cannot freeze despite being an Ice-type move. Skitty takes it very well. Skitty is also our only Pokemon that outspeeds Baniri by a single point. Goes for Fake Out. Oh, that's right. No, it goes for Fake Out every time. And now we go for our Fake Out. And just making sure, Play Rough minimum does 76%. Interestingly enough, Jump Kick off of this Baniri wouldn't necessarily kill Skitty. I mean, it probably could with a crit, but... Lastly comes out Mienfoo. Mienfoo sees kill with Drain Punch. So we swap to Shellder, who still takes a lot from Drain Punch. Okay, so we need to see Drain Punch not do... Well, actually, no. It's fine if Drain Punch does 24 damage. We would prefer it do 24 damage first. Or we want to see a low roll. Oh, no, it's going to go for Fake Out. That's right. We did plan for this. I just forgot my own plan. Fake Out's better anyways, because now it means Drain Punch can't kill because Shellder can't be crit. We go for Razor Shell. So that way we can soften it up. Goes for Detect. That's fine. It does literally nothing. Drain Punch's highest damage. Our Oranberry procs, bringing us out of Drain Punch kill range. It still sees that its highest damaging move is Drain Punch. So we use this as an excuse just to make sure there's no way it can see a kill with Rock Slide, right? Rock Slide could only ever do 14 damage. Drain Punch's highest damage move. Go to Fletchinger. Yeah. So it should always see, well, it doesn't see kill with Drain Punch, but it prioritizes it. So we go to Pokemon and swap to Scalpel. Drain Punch, which we take very well. The reason we get Shelter in is because Aerial Ace isn't a guaranteed one-hit KO. Flame Body, for once, actually beneficial here. And then Aerial Ace kills. Hey, I just remembered, didn't you say in one stream that you wanted to start doing more of those pedal bets? This is kind of the perfect game for that, TBH. It really is. Yeah, just do we make it through Brawly? Okay. That's Black Belt Takeo. I believe there's only one trainer left before Brawly. For better or for worse. Which is a fight that we actually labbed out only needing 2 Pokemon for, which is crazy. Bring Salandit. Bring Prinplup. Yeah, it's crazy how good these two are. But then we still bring Delcatty. We still bring Fletchinger. We still bring Shelter and Cedric. Or Shelmet? No, not Shelmet. Shelter. Jesus. And we only worry about equipping Lorenz with a Cherry Berry. Oop, no, not Scalpel. Lorenz is holding an Orin, switch the 2 items. Give an Orin Berry to Terriman. Okay. Cherry Berry, Orin, Silk Scarf, Orin. Good. So this trainer scared the hell out of me. Like when I was labbing for her during my first run. Thankfully, Lorenz makes her really consistent. Okay, good. I do have those in the right order. Going to save the game, even though there's no other gym trainers, just because I'm paranoid. Okay. She opens with a Protean Lumberry Kecleon. Protean is scary. Every time they use an attack, they become the type of that attack, which makes her difficult to predict. However, Kecleon has Thunder Wave. Kecleon is heavily incentivized to use Thunder Wave. We have a Cherry Berry. We outspeed. We want to see Thunder Wave turn 1. The only way that this goes wrong is if it goes for Dizzy Punch and makes us confused. Electric type, good. I'm pretty sure it's basically guaranteed to go for Thunder Wave because we outspeed it now, but don't if we get paralyzed. That being said, we're no longer para. We go for Dragon Rage. Dragon Rage always does 40 damage. Now, I believe we're expecting Golett to come in next. Good. Golett knows Shadow Punch, Mega Punch, Drain Punch. Shadow Punch can't miss, but its highest damage range on a crit only does 51. And Mega Punch isn't prio, and we outspeed. So, we 2-hit KO with Dragon Rage. Okay. Because I always get Shadow Punch mixed up with Shadow Sneak. Shadow Punch can't miss. Shadow Sneak is priority. I don't know why I went... Oh, I suppose it just saw it. So, even though Mega Punch does less damage than Shadow Punch, their damage ranges are similar. The game essentially pre-rolls its damage on both moves to see which one is higher. I don't know if that actually translates to the literal damage that happens, but, you know. Either way, we outspeed, it has no priority, we kill with Dragon Rage. Next, we are likely to see Pignite. Pignite sees KO with Takedown. Yeah. Sees a chance at KO with Takedown. So we go to Pokemon, we go to Soul, we send in Soul. Okay. Against Soul, crit takedown does a max of 28 damage. We 2-hit KO vis-a-vis Bubble Beam, Aqua Jet. Also, a high roll Bubble Beam I think could probably kill it. It doesn't matter if we proc Blaze because Incinerate and Flame Charge always do less damage than Takedown. Goes for Flame Charge. Crit plus Blaze. A little scary, not that scary. Its speed rose, doesn't matter, we have Aqua Jet. Does minimum 40%. And out comes Hakamo'o. So, Hakamo'o is interesting. You kind of can't prep for Hakamo'o. Because sometimes it just decides it wants to go for Dragon Tail. Either way, we outspeed it, and we have Pluck. So, it's currently carrying a Citrus Berry. We want to pluck off that Citrus Berry for free healing. It has Protect, Iron Defense, Dragon's Breath, Dragon Tail. We love to see a crit. Free damage on this thing is strictly upside. Goes for Iron Defense. Okay. Defense is at +2. Do we keep using Pluck? We do not. Well, no, we do. Thankfully, Iron Defense isn't that scary against Hakamo'o. It'll eventually swap us into something that can KO it with a special attack. We just start using Bubble Beam if Pluck stops being highest damage. Goes for Protect, which does nothing. Goes for Protect, does literally nothing. So on one hand, we beat all of the gym trainers in less than an hour. On the other hand, we have to prep for Brawly. But that is everyone. Okay, so in some ways, we are better off than we were on our first run, because we've gotten to Brawly with no deaths. 0 casualties is very nice to have, because it means we have the maximum number of tools at our disposal to try to figure out what we're doing. That being said, we now have to figure out what we're doing. And I mentioned in the Discord, I have some ideas, and it involves investing a lot of items into Prinplup and praying. So, I guess, let's go to the lab, right? I currently have a potential line cooked up that starts with Fletchinger, but I'm going to put that on the back burner for right now. Get my playlists. Hold on. Shuffle that. Turn it down. Okay, and next. So, Brawly is big scary. His main threat out the gate is his Kubfu, which does a lot of damage in general. It's also fast. In a way, we kind of benefit from the fact that even though it's fast, it prioritizes Brick Break for highest damage against Prinplup, because Zen Headbutt has a chance to flinch. So we have a really goofy idea for a line. Which, curiosity. Okay. I am contemplating using our rare candy on Prinplup. I am also contemplating using a heart scale on Prinplup's special defense. The reason we are doing this is to try to KO Kubfu and Blaziken in the same go. Unfortunately, leveling up Prinplup does not let it outspeed Blaziken, it lets it speed tie Blaziken, which isn't necessarily irredeemable. It just makes it a little scarier. Because what we want is for Prinplup to be as bulky as possible. So I'm going to... It has a special defense of 10. So I'm going to set its special defense to 31. The reason we're setting its special defense for 31 is for Poliwhirl. So we are going to export. Why are you being frustrating? I wonder if I just do IVs 31 SPD. Oh, that worked. Neat. I'm learning. Oh, wait. No, I'm not learning. I maxed out all of its IVs by accident. Well, that's not good. Okay. Let's just, trash that Prin. Tools, scripting, load recent script. Prinplup. Okay, so we are going to import it, assuming 31 special defense. And it's level 22. There we go. Okay. So... just going to copy this information. Scale, Prin, special defense, RC, Prin, 222. So the issue that we're having with this fight is that there are some Pokemon that are just incredibly difficult for us to get in on and get around. And even if we have planned sacrifices, you kind of can't, like, bring a Pokemon to Brawly solely for the purpose of sacrificing. Because Brawly has 6 Pokemon that are all heavy hitters, which means you either need to have a team of your own 6 heavy hitters who can switch in and get KOs, or you need to have 1 or more Pokemon that can score multiple KOs on their own. And that's what we want Prinplup for. Prinplup can basically guarantee KO Kubfu unless we get some really unfortunate crit luck against it. The thing is, I think we actually need to dodge crits from all 3 of Kubfu's attacks. So, you know, easy peasy. Okay, so open Kubfu. Open with Bryn. So, Kubfu outspeeds Prinplup, right? That's currently our first issue. The reason we were originally considering this line with Fletchinger is because either rare candying it or using a heart scale on its speed guaranteed that Fletchinger outsped Kubfu, which meant that it could get it only taking 2 hits in the form of Brick Break, Sucker Punch. The thing is, and I asked on Reddit last night, this could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure if we get KO with Aqua Jet, it doesn't see that we have KO with Aqua Jet. I'm genuinely considering upping our attack IV too, just to like guarantee it, but I shouldn't be wasteful. Because upping our level should guarantee that we do minimum enough damage. Because yeah, 41, 40, 20, Kubfu gets no healing. So the way that this works is, I need my calculator. So turn 1 of the fight, Kubfu goes for Brick Break against Prinplup, which does 25 to 27 damage. It's going to get in 2 Brick Breaks, so we're just going to assume, we're going to cut it even and say we take 26 damage per hit, 125, 127. If it low rolls, that's great. So we are at 65 HP, minus 26, minus 26 brings us to 13. We use Pluck turn 1, eating its Aya Papa Berry. By eating its Aya Papa Berry, it doesn't get that healing for itself, and Prinplup gets to heal 1/3 of its max HP for free. I should actually do this properly in order. So it would be, well, first, Prinplup, you have 65 HP, divide by 3, 21 to the 6, which counts as 21. So turn 1, we have 65 HP. Let's assume we take 27 damage. We then heal 21. Turn 2, it goes for another Brick Break. We take another 26, bringing us down to 33. Do we Bubble Beam first? Okay. You know what? Maybe we Bubble Beam first. Because what's the worst damage Crit Bubble Beam can do? 76% on an absolute max roll? That only screws us in a 1 in 16 times 1 in 16 world. Because what we want to do is we want the game to see that it should send in low punny because nothing gets a 1-hit KO in against Prinplup. And then we want it to send in Blaziken against us when we have the most HP possible. We want to basically guarantee we can survive 1 Thunder Punch. The reason we have Pluck is we eat off its Aya Papa Berry, which means that we get the healing instead of Kubfu. Which helps us go up. I think we want to use Pluck second, so that way he procs our Oranberry first, because going down to 33... Yeah, no, we would need him to high roll in order to guarantee that our own Orin procs. We want the extra 10 healing to up our survivability against Combuskin. So it would be use B-Beam, use Luck, KO with a Jet. Okay, so line goes like this. Prinplup comes in, 65 HP. Gets hit by Brick Break. Brick Break does 27 damage. Brings us to 38. We use Bubble Beam, does minimum 40% of its HP. Well, 41%. If we lower its speed, that'd be kind of... Actually, no. Lowering speed on Bubble Beam would be bad for us, because then it would bait it into using Sucker Punch. Okay. So we use Bubble Beam. It gets us with a second Brick Break. Say we lose 25 HP. Drops us to 13. Procs our Oran Berry. We heal to 23. This turn we use Pluck, eating his Iapapa Berry, healing us for another 21, bringing us to 44. Safely survives any and all non-crit Thunder Punches from Blaziken. Okay. We then KO with Aqua Jet. Prin is at around 44 HP. This, of course, gets undone if Kubfu crits us at any point along the way. But fuck it, right? The sooner we do this fight, and the sooner we either win, we move on, or we lose, we get to start our next attempt. So it assumes that the AI is faster than you if you are speed tied for priority. However, it doesn't see a guaranteed kill on Thunder Punch if we're over 40 HP. If we're over 38, we're good. Which means it will send in the thing that is faster than you, but does, like... Yeah, so if it has things that, like, don't get one-shot by you, and they, like, outspeed, Lopunny and Blaziken have the same priority to be switched in. Lopunny gets sent in because it's first in party order. We want to see that. Because it's going to then try to unload on us with a base 140 power Retaliate. So, swap to Lapu. However, it's holding an eject button, and we have Aqua Jet. So we use a jet to proc eject button. Once Lopunny gets eject buttoned out, it will see the next thing in line that outspeeds us and does good damage is Blaziken. Just making sure, actually. Let's assume our special defense is still 10. Hidden Power Grass does... Okay, so we don't actually need to use a scale on our special defense, I don't think. The reason that I wanted to use Heart Scale on special defense is so that way Poliwhirl wouldn't swap in after Lopunny Blaziken. It actually might help... Saying Poliwhirl 4th. Okay. Either way, it's going to then swap to not Blaziken, Combuskin. Combuskin is scary. It has speed boost, so you basically never outspeed it after the first turn it's on the battlefield. It has Thunder Punch, a move that can paralyze us. Thunder Punch is, like, the thing, right? If we get crit by Thunder Punch, we go down, and we lose. It has a Lumberry. Now, the thing is, Aqua Jet, or Bubble Beam, has a 4-roll range to kill without crit. And there's also the chance for crit. So, odds are really... The thing is, we don't need to kill with Bubble Beam, right? Killing with Bubble Beam is nice if we get hit by Thunder Punch and paralyzed. But we are going to assume that Combuskin, we are speed tied with it. We ideally want to go first. It doesn't really matter. It runs out and tases you. A good plan. Exactly. Because the thing is, even if it outspeeds us, we have Aqua Jet to secure the KO, assuming we aren't paralyzed. The reason we want to win the speed tie against Blaziken is to, like, if it Thunder Punches us first and we get paralyzed, then we have to survive full paralyzation 2 turns in a row instead of just the 1. So, Blaziken, or out comes Combuskin, use B Beam, you KO with a jet. At this point, it has used Thunder Punch, which will likely do around, again, we'll be pessimistic and say, oh, 34 is mid-range. We'll say 36, though. We're dropped down to around 8 HP. It will definitely now see Lopunny is next in line, Lopunny outspeeds you, Lopunny kills with Retaliate. However, we have taken out 2 Pokemon, gotten rid of one of Lopunny's atomic bombs, and all it cost us was using Prinplup for a bit. The main thing is we just don't want to see Hitmontop come in. If Hitmontop comes in, then shit gets a little spooky because it has Pursuit, which basically means we can't swap out away from it. Though it is guaranteed to use Fake Out turn 1, actually, so that might help us. But we are assuming... yeah, it should always be Lopunny, because first in line outspeeds kills. If we can take care of Kubfu and Blaziken with just Prinplup, this gets so much easier. Okay, so Retaliate is a move that has double power the turn it is used after a Pokemon on that team has been knocked out. So that's why we have Aqua Jet earlier, is because Lopunny gets sent in after Kubfu. We use Aqua Jet to force Lopunny to switch out before it can use its first Atomic Bomb Retaliate. Then after we KO Combuskin, she comes back in and attempts to use her second. Honestly, she kind of has a chance to use anything against Prinplup with 8 HP. Which could be a good thing and could be a bad thing. I think it chooses a random move at that point, doesn't it? Which I think makes Fanfi even safer. Oop, hey boss, how's the Pokemon going? It's going. We've got some interesting ideas. Nothing super set in stone yet. We haven't lost anything. We are now, like, prepping for Brawly with no deaths on our hands currently. Also, thank you very much for the subscription, Curses. Also, hi Concrete. I don't know if I acknowledged you. Okay, so now our question is, what is our best choice to deal with Retaliate? Arguably Tortuga. Fanfi would benefit from not seeing Retaliate. I think we want Fanfi. Even in a world where we don't use Fanfi for sack, I think we still want Fanfi. Then, so the issue with Lopunny is that we have no speed control. This was less of an issue in our last run where we could bait Lopunny's attacks around to both cut its attack stat and its speed stat by swapping around Herdier and Gossifleur. The issue is that Lopunny is always faster than all of our Pokemon no matter what we do. And it has Headbutt, which has a 30% chance to flinch, and we have no Pokemon with Inner Focus. So the only way to get through Lopunny is to try to stack the deck in our favor as much as possible. And I think the way we do that... Revenge of Lapu is through Fanfi. Fanfi has Cute Charm. Brawly, what gender is your Lopunny? This is frustrating. I wish I knew which gender Lopunny was. If he has a female Lopunny, that actually makes Fanfi even better because there's a chance we proc Cute Charm. Let me check some of the other documentation. Oh, sorry, 1 second, the wife needs me. The wife wanted to make sure I didn't have to 1984 Kowalski choking on that Glizzy. Or sorry, not Kowalski, Rico. No, Rico's the one who like eats things and like hawks them back up. He does, but it might be on the other side of his face. She wanted to make sure I didn't need that 1984. That's Rico. That's what I thought. But the idea is, if we swap in Famfi, we survive Retaliate, or if we're lucky, because the thing is, the issue with Prinplup is that its HP is so low, she's not guaranteed to go for Retaliate. She could just as well go for Drain Punch because she sees any move as being able to KO. Fanfi is the only Pokemon on our team, I think, that can turn that into upside. Because if we swap into something like Tortuga, that could be a risk. And if we're wrong and she does go for Retaliate, something like Seadra gets nuked into the ground. So, Fanfi. Swap to Fan. Use Charm. Charm cuts Lopunny's attack stat in half, which means that other Pokemon have a much easier time fighting it. The issue is that, of course, Crit can get around that. So we kind of have two options here. We could either go the Shelter route, which does more damage than Lopunny. Razor Shell has a 50% chance to drop her defense every time it hits. So it gradually does more and more damage until it eventually KOs. And it can't be crit. The main benefit to Shelter is that because it can't be crit, we don't need to worry about her suddenly hitting us for, like, you know, plus 1 damage, basically. For doing, like, 50% of our HP in a single hit. Or we could go the slightly riskier road and swap to something... Noble Roar, what do you do? Noble Roar just lowers both stats, right? Yeah, attack and special attack. So, we could get the most value possible out of Fanfi if we sacrifice it, but it might not be necessary. Because Ice Shard is also a priority move. We could also Bulldoze for speed control, actually. At which point, setting Lopunny to -1 means that pretty much everything on our team outspeeds it. Ooh, hold on a second. I completely forgot that we do have a move on the team that fucks with speed. Just making sure Bulldoze is a 100%, like I think it is. 100% chance to lower the target's speed by 1 stage. Okay. So that actually gives us 2 ways to look at this, right? It's a shame that Bulldoze doesn't make it slower than Fanfi, so we could use Charm afterwards. Because realistically, assuming we take the 140 damage Retaliate, we have 74 HP minus, say, 42. Brings us down to 32. Procs our Oranberry. Because we want Oranberry. As much as I would love to equip Soft Sand to... Ooh. Okay. Hold on. We have to now export and import to correct its held item. There we go. It was calculating Bulldoze, assuming it did Soft Sand damage, and we don't want those kinds of miscalcs. And also, something we forgot to check earlier is Aqua Jet against Lopunny on average does 12 damage. So, Lapu at around 59 minus 12 is 47 HP. God, stupid fucking Audible ad again, explode them with my mind. I mean, I don't mean to be that bitch, but like, there's a clear and present way to get around ads. Okay. So, That's interesting, right? If we can slow down Lopunny, which we can basically choose to either make it slower or make it weaker. And if we set our hearts on sacrificing Fanfi, which is a shame, because I hear Donphan is really nice. We can't set up something like Echoed Voice. There's no way, right? Fanfi, how much damage do you do with Bulldoze? 13, give or take? 13 to 12? Let's assume worst range on Aqua Jet, which is 10 damage. So 59 minus 10. Fanfi, worst range on Bulldoze is 12 damage. Brings it down to 37. Dragon Rage always does 40. Bulldoze, sack Fanfi into Salandit is a perfectly consistent strategy. No, if only it didn't bait in Poliwhirl. If only it baited in Hitmontop. Well, actually, no, Hitmontop is also a threat. Okay. Yeah, the only issue would be if Lopunny did something like used Drain Punch, but then Lopunny's very unlikely to get the KO sooner, which means that Fanfi can use a move like Ice Shard to get in a little extra damage. I really don't want to sacrifice the elephant is the sad thing, right? Like, the elephant is apparently really good once you, like, start scaling up. But I might have to sacrifice the elephant. Something joke about the elephant in the room. I could swap in Delcatty as well. Yeah, Donphan is amazing. I mean, hell, Primin... I'm going to try to figure out how to say that. Priminov GBA? Priminov GBA? Something like that. Either way, welcome to stream. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you have any recommendations with what you... Oh my god, Prime Nova GBA. I'm gonna shoot myself. I'm like, oh, I guess we got Russian viewers here in this gay transgender Twitch stream. We love progressivism. GBA. If you know that Donphan is amazing, then you probably also have decent enough familiarity with this run. Do you have any funny recommendations for how we can KO Lopunny? Because our main issue is that it's like... Fia, or not Fia, Maeve, did you just swear in Russian? Did you just swear in Russian and I have to approve it? Okay. Okay. Back to notes. Oh, that was Fia. Sorry, you two have the same red in your name, and both of them start with M. And end in E, so sometimes my brain just does a little flippy-doo. Please stop doing that, Fia. Okay, Did we delay Fletch for Roost? No, I didn't know about delay for Roost until after I'd evolved it. That's something I'm going to keep in mind for future runs. This is, as you can probably see, my 4th attempt. Because, God. Ooh, yeah, actually, Fletchinder does fight Lopunny really well. Especially if it had rest. Because, yeah, if we had -1 speed on Lopunny... Can you kids stop tripping the auto mod? Fraud Body plus Roost can do wonders. So I've heard. By which I mean literally right now. Yeah, because currently my plan is genuinely just rare candy Prinplup for the extra stats to make Cubfu more consistent and to basically guarantee that it can KO Blaziken, or Combusken. Which sounds like such a waste, but it makes the whole thing a lot more consistent, I think. The reason that we're looking at Famfi here is because essentially the line as it currently stands is open with Prinplup, use Bubble Beam, use Pluck, KO with Aqua Jet, in comes Lopunny, Aqua Jet Lopunny to eject button into Combusken. Combusken comes in, hopefully win the speed tie for Bubble Beam, but it doesn't really matter. If Bubble Beam doesn't KO, go for KO with Aqua Jet. Lopunny comes back in, sees kill with random move. My thought process is Fanfi can take boosted Retaliate pretty dang good. I mean, as long as it doesn't get crit, right? Which I know, big fucking words. We could afford to switch Fanfi, probably. Because the thing is, if we let Fanfi die, we get a free switch into Salandit. Salandit secures the KO after Bulldoze with Dragon Rage. Lowest rolls on both Aqua Jet and Bulldoze bring it to 28 or 37 HP. And Dragon Rage always does 40, I believe. And then at that point, Lorenz is outsped by Poliwrath, which is a very easy switch and KO for Lombre. Like, Lombre just takes Bubble Beam like a champ, takes Superpower even better, and then regens all the HP it loses with Mega Drain. But then it has to deal with fucking Hitmontop. And we don't really have anything good for Hitmontop. Except for, funny enough, Famfi, who could, in theory, get in and use Charm. Because the problem is that Mach Punch kills. If Mach Punch didn't kill, we could also plan sack Delcatty, send it in, use Fake Out for chip damage, Charm to lower its attack stat, get a free switch into something that has an easier time killing it. But that is nothing. Nothing has an easier time killing it, except for maybe Seadra. Seadra outspeeds. Because the issue is getting the clean switch into Seadra. And it may require a second sack. Because we are at a point where I'm more or less comfortable sacking Delcatty. She has served her purpose, she has done a lot for our team, but she is very quickly going to get scaled out by the game's difficulty curve. Okay. God, it would suck to lose Fanfi. Because that requires you. Yeah, no. Delcatty thankfully had solid... Well, actually, no, it had bad attack IVs. But even with bad attack IVs, it had really good speed and was able to carry us through a lot of fights early on, but it's kind of... It's leaving. Yeah, no, swap to Delcatty. Because we have the answer. Okay, no, I think we have it. I think we have the line. It requires 2 deaths for Famfi and Delcatty, but uses Bulldoze. And of course, it's a line that can get fucked over by crits in multiple locations. So obviously, it's not watertight. Because the thing is, That's just Brawly in a nutshell, pretty much. Yeah. Because what I'm trying to figure out with Fanfi is... I think there's a way to save Donphan if Lopunny doesn't go for Retaliate when I swap into Fanfi. If it goes for Drain Punch or Headbutt, I think we're basically safe to turn 1 Bulldoze, turn 2 Charm, and then we can just safely Raw Switch into Salandit and secure KO with Dragon Rage. Okay. So swap to Fan. So I'm just going to create a... Your encounters here matter so much for a deathless fight. Yeah, no, our last run here had an Adamant Corvusquire and an Eldegoss, and I was so sad to lose them all. To save the elephant. If swap into... Actually, I wonder, how does the AI treat moves like Drain Punch? Will it prioritize using it because it knows that it KOs, so it wants to get the most healing possible? That's probably living in a pipe dream, but... If we can guarantee that Lopunny uses Drain Punch on Prinplup when we switch, then we can, I'm pretty sure, guarantee save Fanfi. So... I don't think there's any special AI for moves that do healing. Okay, so these are just the moves that heal without doing damage. Sun-based recovery, rest, taunt, encore. Yeah, just see, it's just if it sees and finds the killing roll. Okay. So that's kind of good, though. That means that there's a 2 in 3 chance that Fanfi lives. Our best bet would be to see Drain Punch because it does the least damage. So if swap into D Punch or H... Headbutt's one word. Use Charm. Use Bulldoze. Swap into Salandit. Okay. If swap into Retaliate, use Bulldoze. Is Bulldoze one word? Yeah, it is. Use Bulldoze. And then probably just use like Icicle Shard just for the extra damage. Well, there's not really much of a point in extra damage now, is there? Though. The annoying thing... Okay, maybe we can save the elephant no matter what? Because actually, now that I'm looking at it, as long as we get the one Bulldoze off, Lopunny's HP will be low enough to be KOable by Dragon Rage. It means that we need to not get crit on Salandit on the Switch. Honestly, with how good Donphan is, I think we play it safe. Or no, not play it safe. I think we play it risky. We're at the first gym. If we wipe, we'd only lose like, 7 or 8 hours of gameplay. I think we want to play this fight risky, so that way we can keep as many resources as possible if things go well. And if things go awful, it's a short reset. So Time Branch to save the elephant. If swap into Retaliate, use Bulldoze. Because, like, how much damage do your attacks do? Yeah, they do, like, nothing after one charm. Of course, again, a crit undoes the entire thing. Agreed, I have to use 2 scales here just before to have a better chance, and I'm not doing that again. Yeah, no, exactly. Timeline reforms at the Blizzard. Hold on. Swap to Sala KO with D-Rage. Okay. And Salandit outspeeds Hitmontop, but is slower than Poliwhirl. Swap to Poly. Oh, I forgot. I should be figuring out approximately. Well, Fanfi never comes back in, so we don't need to figure out what its approximate HP is. Same with Salandit, kinda. But again, they're never returning to the fight after this, ideally. Yeah, so swap to Poly. So next up we have Lombre. To Lomb. Oh, how I wish I could do just a little more with Lombre. We basically exit this exchange at full HP, because thankfully it never sees Ice Beam as being highest damage, so we don't need to worry about risking Freeze. Yeah, just 2-hit KO Mega Drain. Okay. Swap to hit. Swap to hit him. Lombre at this point. So assuming we swap into Bubble Beam, we have 61 HP minus 3 brings us to 58. It then goes for Superpower, which does on average 24 damage. Does not proc our Oranberry. We use Mega Drain, which does about 48, healing us for 24. Not quite to full HP, but that's fine. It goes for another Superpower, but at -1. Doing about 16 to 17. We'll be pessimistic and say 17. Assuming we do 48 damage, it'll have 11 HP. We should heal about 5. Leaving Lombre at 46 HP. Thankfully, getting crit on Lombre isn't that big of an issue. I'm pretty sure Poliwhirl's completely safe there. It then sends in Hitmontop. Hitmontop has Fake Out, which means we can kind of safely switch to anything. I think, like, if a Pokemon has Fake Out, it always uses Fake Out, with, like, very little exception. And Lombre's HP should be high enough to where it doesn't use Pursuit. It's just the fact that Mach Punch does the most damage to Delcatty. If that wasn't the case... because Delcatty can swap into a Fake Out, and we can at least get off our own Fake Out for chip damage. Seadra isn't a guaranteed... You know what? Seadra isn't a guaranteed KO against Scraggy, but it does have Clear Smog in case it starts scaling Power-Up Punch. Yeah, no, I think once we get to Scraggy, it's just kind of improv time. We swap to Delcatty because it's an okay thing to sacrifice. We get some chip damage in with Fake Out. Guarantees we 3-hit KO with Bubble Beam because we outspeed, so we don't need to worry about Rock Slide Flinch. And then we just figure it out from there with Scraggy. What an appropriate song to come on right as we're finishing up the cook. Okay. So, swap to Hitmontop. Swap to Delk. Use Fake Out. Unless it sees Kill, yeah. And I don't think it can see Kill with Pursuit on Lombre. Under basically any scenario. I wonder how a Nuzlocke, that's correct, that's the term, right, would fare if they were sent to the world of Pokemon LAO. I mean, I imagine existing in a world where Pokemon are real living animals and not numbers on a spreadsheet would naturally kind of alter how this shit works. Also in the Pokemon world, presumably your lovely little battle pets don't die if they get knocked out one time. I hate to do this to you, Delcatty, but you are our sacrificial Meow Meow. Use Fake Out. Use... Do we go for Play Rough or Charm? Because just on the off chance it somehow doesn't go for Mach Punch, which it always will. Yeah, just use Fake Out. Use Play Rough. Sack to Hitmon. Swap to... Sorry, not swap. It's just to send in Seed. Okay. So, assumption here is that Hitmontop takes a single Fake Out. It has 56 HP. Minus 12 on average. Brings it down to 44. We send in Seadra. We outspeed. Don't run these calcs with assuming his attack stat is 0. The frustrating thing is figuring out how to get around Scraggy. It may require... Well, Lombre will have most of his health, and Seadra will still be able to fight it pretty well. Like, I hate to say we're kind of just improving once we get to Scraggy. I would not be surprised if we lost a second Mon. I would not be surprised if it was Seadra. That is kind of an acceptable loss, though. Unless... Yeah, it has maxed out defense. Seadra kind of already has everything it could ever want to fight Scraggy, except for maybe more HP. It doesn't do that much for it. Okay. So, against Hitmontop... It does more damage than us, but we get him for free, and it comes in free damaged. 44. It sees highest damage move is Mach Punch. Does 18 to 19. We're at 54. We'll assume minus 19 brings us to 35. We hit it with Bubble Beam, which should do 16 to 18. He's at 44, so minus 16 brings him to 28. Okay, we're guaranteed a 3-hit KO with Bubble Beam. So how much damage do we take along the way? 3-hit KO with B-Beam. And the nice thing is that while I do say there are a bunch of situations where if the RNG is against us, like if we get crit in a bad place, we're kind of fucked. We do also have to acknowledge that the RNG can just as likely swing in our direction and secure us the fight easier. If we land a crit against Hitmontop, that's very nice. Or is it actually? The 50% damage boost by crit, I don't know if that saves me a turn. Okay. But we're assumed to be at 35 HP. Goes for a second Mach Punch. The last one we calced it doing 19. For averages, we'll say that this one does 18. 35 minus 18 brings us to 17. Plus Orin heals us to 10. Last Mach Punch should do 18 to 19. We'll once again be pessimistic and say it does 19. Leaving us at 8 HP. Which kind of means we have nothing left in Seadra to fight Scraggy with. Bubble Beam doesn't do enough. Scraggy is just like the finish line. Seadra should be at around 8 HP. Swap to Scraggy. Against Seadra, it sees Feint Attack as its highest damaging move. Lombre is assumed to be at 46 HP. I think we have to sack Seadra. I think we have to leave in Seadra, use as many Bubble Beams as we can, and then take the free switch to Salandit and hope that we can KO with Dragon Rage. Or, like, something. Like, the problem is that Rock Tomb kills Salandit. We outspeed, but we also can't guarantee with Seadra that we can do enough damage with Bubble Beam. Prinplup will be on his last legs. He'll be at 4 HP. Fanfi likely isn't doing super great. We can swap into Lombre. But that doesn't really do that much for us. Like, it does something. Fake Out does chip, and Mega Drain heals us. But Mega Drain doesn't heal us enough. And if it uses Power Up Punch a single time, we're in a weird place. I really hate to say it's swap to Scraggy and the end of our line is simply improvise, but I think the end of our line is improvise. Because there's nothing consistent at that point. If RNG swings in our favor, if we can get off 2 Bubble Beams before sacking Seadra, that would be really nice. Why do you do less damage to Seadra than I thought you did? That's how I always handle Scraggy. Improvise? That's fair. Also, hi, Ninten. Yeah, alright. Improvise. Well, you're about to see us probably wipe to Brawly, but if we don't, it'll be really cool. So we don't actually need to use a heart scale, which is nice. God, this is such a dumb strat. I wonder, how fast do you get, Famfi? 28. Still slower than Low Punny. Oh god, Lombre's slower than Scraggy, too. What'd you say? Okay. If he wants to go crazy with Shed Skin, not much you can do anyways. It can be so annoying. Your team is so bloodied by the time Scraggy comes out, you just gotta roll with it and pray you can get a few outspeeds. I'm genuinely wondering if I heart scale Lombre to outspeed Scraggy. Like, just for the purpose of being able to, like, once Siege... Like, sacrifice Seadra to Scraggy, send in Lombre, spam Mega Drain until it rests, and we just have to hope we can get a free switch to Saland it with D-Rage. So it'd cost 1 rare candy and 1 heart scale. I think that's what we gotta go for. It's worth using resources here if it looks grim. It looks pretty grim, and I think we need to edge out every advantage we can get. So, what a funny-ass song to come on as we're planning, like, our death march. Okay. Open with Prinplup. Fanfi is our number 2. Salandit is our number 3. Lombre is our number 4. Wait. I like them to be in the right order, just so that way I can conceptualize the line better. Everyone gets Oranberry except for Delcatty, who gets Silk Scarf just to maximize the damage with her 1 Fake Out. No one here can get Rock Blast for funny shenanigans, can they? No. Okay. Maximize Ivy. Well, hold on first. Where's our rare candy? We're going to use rare candy on Soul. Babe, want me to bring you up some yogurt or something to eat before I start? Oh, you said you're hitting up the treadmill, right? I should probably do that. I don't know. I might take like a 5-minute break after Brawly, whether we win or lose, just to like reset. I'm authentically considering also maybe upping Salandit's defense or HP. Okay, so... Oranberry, 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 Silk Scarf, Oranberry. Alright, thank you for yogurt. My wife has made an executive decision. I have to eat yogurt. Ugh. We should go get me more yogurts. I'm sorry, chat. Quick Yoggin break. Who up Yoggin they Gert right now? Am I at least allowed to do the fight before I have to go flush my gums afterwards? Come on! We're at 11 people in chat right now. I've got some of the most helpful helpers I could get right now.
Hi, chat. She got her wisdom teeth out 2 days ago, and she is not listening to her nurse.
I was going to eat the yogurt after the fight.
No, eat now. You haven't eaten yet, and we've been up for like 4 hours.
Thank you, nurse. I know you have my best interests at heart, even if I'm whiny about it.
We're gonna make bad decisions later, okay? I promise.
I can't wait to make bad decisions with my wife. And also, chat, the nice thing about cooking up a line for Brawly is it really does take just long enough for you to accept failure, right? I'm okay if we wipe. We just get another interesting round of encounters. I hope that we beat him. I really hope we do. I want to get to Rustboro. But, like, worst case scenario, we get another chance at rolling Gossiflor. I would hate to lose modest 31 special attack IV Lombre, though. But yeah, no, Nintendo, if you're here, I need to channel what's left of your good fortune after fighting Bridge Rival. IDK, if you want to channel that, there's not much left. I'm channeling every drop I can get. I'm channeling my own luck. I'm channeling whatever got you through that fight. Much like Clawitzer, I too must hold. Out of curiosity, why no Fletchinger? I didn't realize that if you delay its evolution by a bit, it gets Roost. And it just doesn't... There are too many things where, like, you can never switch into it safely. And there's only, like... I suppose everything is weak to Aerial Ace, more or less. But it doesn't do enough damage with Aerial Ace. Like, it does a good bit to you. It doesn't do that much to Lopunny. It does, like, an amount to Combuskin, but that requires it to be able to switch into Combuskin or survive a Thunder Punch. Hitmontop fucks it with Rock Slide, and it doesn't take that much in return. Poliwrath fucks it with Bubble Beam, and it doesn't take that much in return. Scraggy fucks it with Rock Tomb, and it doesn't take that much in return. If I had realized that I could have gotten Roost ahead of time, I would have been a little smarter about it, but I wasn't, and I didn't. And I could use the rare candy to level it up to get Roost. But I currently prefer my dumbass strat where I just make Prinplup as tanky as possible so we can hopefully take out Cubfu and Combuskin in the same go. IDK if Roost saves anything here, DVH. Well, there you go. Then I hope I at least don't sound like a psychopath for not running Combuskin. Or, Fletchinger. Yeah, no. Tragically, like, this... Like, I have a good set of encounters. I just have nothing that effectively uses my rare candy, so I'm missing the edge that would normally help carry me through this fight. If I had a Choodle, or a Surskit, or a Boltund, I could probably get through this fine enough. But just nothing here. Like, everything evolves on my team super duper late. Okay. Yogurt has been consumed. For the fuck do I put? That'll work. Maybe. Look, either way, you can tell that we're doing this a lot faster because the last time we went through all of Dewford Gym and fought Brawly, we lost 2 Pokemon to a gym trainer, spent 3 hours calking, and didn't even fight Brawly. Are you gonna scale Lombre speed still? I think I'm gonna. This Lombre has a lot of potential, so I consider scaling its speed to be kind of a long-term investment. And it gives us something that can maybe out-cheese Scraggy. Feel free to post any thoughts you have in chat. I need to quickly run to the restroom, flush out my gums, and then we'll dive into it. Wait, it sucks you missed Giga Drain delay, but you probably need it as a Lombre in this fight. I didn't even realize you could delay for Giga Drain. Hold on. Oh yeah, Giga Drain at 30 as opposed to Giga Drain at never. Well, I'm learning. Giga Drain at level 30 unlimited. Okay, well, good to know. I'll have to keep that in mind for future. Yeah, no, it never learns Giga Drain. Huh. Even as a Ludicolo, you can't heart scale it. Yeah, I do, though, probably need it as a Lombre for this fight. We also need it as a Lombre for the Aqua back-to-back. And it just helps us take care of Poliwhirl really easy. Okay. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay. I did realize I was forgetting something. If we're fighting an important boss, we've got to bust out the ornamentation. I don't like this fight. This fight scares me. But there's only so much we can do about that. Maximize IVs. For Rose, we would like to maximize her speed. Actually, no. What's its hidden power type? Water, that's funny. I'm back. Are we winning? We're about to head in, Turtle. So that's funny. I probably shouldn't have taught this thing hidden power. Oops. That being said, any other hidden powers you'd benefit from? It was just steel before, I think. I have a bad habit of teaching a Pokemon a hidden power too soon. Now, the question is, do I use my other heart scale on anything? We don't need it on Prinplup. So let me just... export, import. There we go, fixes special defense. Prinplup can potentially KO Scraggy. It's got some good moves that do like 25%. My thought process here is maybe maximizing the HP or defense stat on Salandit. It has an HP of 6 and a defense of 18. Just to give it as much survivability against Lopunny and Scraggy as possible. Because Salazzle's very good. But... I don't know. Can I get some thoughts from the veterans? And if that seems like a waste. Because there is at the very least a clear and present benefit to using a heart scale on Lombre. What was the question again? Using a heart scale on my Salandit's HP or defense to aid in its survival against Lopunny or Scraggy. Just to give it a little extra bulk to potentially let it be able to get 2 attacks off. Of course I asked that and immediately adds. Sorry. I think it's fine. I think we just have to go for it. Speed, 31 speed IV. So friends, we need to acknowledge that there is a very real chance we wipe. And that's okay. Just means we get to run it back, get a brand new set of encounters. And that's fun, and that's exciting. Trust the process. Hope for good RNG. Sorry, I had to take that music away from you, Maeve. Okay. So immediately at the gate, we need to hope that Cub Fu does not crit with Brick Break. We are using Bubble Beam here. We don't want to see a speed drop. $41 HP. 65. That's a low roll. Nice. And we high rolled Bubble Beam. Okay. We now need to survive another crit, and we're going to pluck off his Iapapa Berry. To 17. Procs our Orin. So that was 27. Now, Cub Fu sees that it outspeeds, so it should just go for highest damage move. Which means we're safe to Aqua Jet. Nice. Okay. We have a lot more HP than I was expecting to have here. I was expecting to have around 44. That's good to see. Next, we should see Lopunny because nothing on his side kills. Lopunny is faster than us. And is next in line. Out comes Lopunny. Lopunny is going to go for Retaliate. We are going to use Aqua Jet to proc its eject button. Critical hit. That's good RNG for us. The more damage we can do to Lopunny, the better. Out should come... Fucking Hitmontop, man. I can never predict this thing. Okay. And we have to steer... Why did it send in Hitmontop? It should have gone for Blaziken. Because it sees we can one-hit KO with Bubble Beam. I'm an idiot. Oh, learning curve. Learning curve. Annoyingly, this might not be bad. Well, it's gonna go for Fake Out turn 1. What we do here is I think we just do our normal Hitmontop line. We need Soul to take out Combuskin later. So, Hitmontop is going to go for Fake Out. Skitty, thank you for your service. You've done a lot to get us this far. Goes for Fake Out. Skitty at least gets some damage in with her own Fake Out. Hitmontop flinched. Hitmontop sees kill with Mach Punch. There is no good way to switch around this. We just have to take a Mach Punch. Go for Play Rough on the off chance it doesn't. It went for Mach Punch. Thank you, Skitty. Okay. Send in Seadra. We should be able to 3-hit KO with Bubble Beam. We outspeed, so it's not going to flinch cheese us with Rock Slide. Goes for Mach Punch. Oranberry procs. It's going to go for Mach Punch. I believe even a crit Mach Punch doesn't kill. Nope, crit Mach Punch absolutely kills. Okay. Still though, we gotta go for it. Lived with 7 HP, one less than we had initially predicted. Hitmontop is down. I'm going to guess Lopunny's coming back in. Out comes Lopunny. Lopunny against Seadra. Yeah, it's a random roll. We want to see Headbutt or Drain Punch. Either way, we're swapping to Rat. Timeline branch to save the elephant, chat. Drain Punch, best move. Okay. It gets some healing, but we got crit, so that's nice. Cute Charm proc, okay. That's fucking massive. Okay. Retaliate is no longer damage boosted. We want to use Charm first because Bulldoze doesn't make it slower than us. Charm makes it so Rat takes as little damage as possible. Let's go, Rat. Infatuated, infatuated, infatuate. Immobilized by love. Holy shit. Okay. This doesn't save us. We're not out, but this helps. Cut its attack. I'm seeing the elephant live. Now we go for Bulldoze because we want to make Lopunny slower than Salandit. Oh my god. Speed fell, attack drop. This is the best case scenario here. It should always be KO'd by Dragon Rage, which does 40 damage here. The cutest fucking rat you've ever seen. In your goddamn life. You may just be able to lower its attack and kill with Fanphy. You're not wrong. But I'm kind of wondering if I want to save Fanphy for Scraggy. Because Scraggy's attacks do not do a lot of damage to Fanphy, and Fanphy can nuke its attack with Charm. Because we need to think about this. I'm looking at its HP. Lopunny should never go for Drain Punch at this point. Its attack is at -2. Its speed is at -1. That being said, the highest damage attack it has is Retaliate at 16%. And that means we could save Salandit for fighting Scraggy later. Because how much does it cut its damage? Using Charm again doesn't decrease its damage that much. Because it goes from being half to... what's 2 over 6? A third? Does another Bulldoze... We're still slower than it after a second Bulldoze. Whatever. No, I think we save Fanphy. Yeah, it'll never see that Drain Punch is highest damage move. So now we swap to Lorenz. Goes for Headbutt. No crit. No crit. We outspeed. Dragon Rage should kill. Lopunny down. Unfortunately, we're kind of in an awkward position because we really wanted to have Prinplup out to KO Combusken. We're flying by the seat of our ass. Out comes Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl's always going to go for Bubble Beam here. We swap to Rose. It's our only answer. Yeah, sorry about that, Concrete. I know it was supposed to be in all caps. It would drive me crazy. Wait, but this means we're going to have Rose out against Blaziken. Which, like, that's a super free kill. No, this might be better for us. Okay. We don't use Fake Out because we want to get as much healing off of Mega Drain as possible. Poliwhirl's gonna go for Superpower. Even if it crits, it doesn't kill us. Lowers its attack, lowers its defense. Even with a lowered attack, it will still use Superpower over Ice Beam. Heals off all that damage we took. It does outspeed us, so it's still gonna get a second one off, but Mega Drain KOs. We haven't used our Oran Berry yet. and we have more HP than we expected to for KOing Poliwhirl. Oh, it should be Combuskin. Scraggy, okay. That's interesting. Scraggy v Poliwhirl is an awkward matchup. We are 31 speed IV, so we do outspeed it. By 1. Feint Attack, Power Up Punch, Rock Tomb. Power Up Punch never does more damage than Feint Attack. We might be able to cheese it with Mega Drain. We stay in for as long as we can. Wait, I'm waiting. Do you 2-hit KO with, do I 2-hit KO with what? Salandit? Or with Lombre? Oh, definitely not. Highest damage move against Scraggy is Bubble Beam at 25%. Oh, it's these Power Punch setup. Got it. Okay, so there's a chance it goes for Power Up Punch. Okay. I think we still have to go for Mega Drain spam, because we don't have any good switches, really. Like, Elatea still isn't out of the rough. Yeah, no, I think we just stay in with Lombre. It's definitely not going to rest turn 1. Highest damage move is Bubble Beam, but Mega Drain gets us HP regen, which helps us stay in for longer. I think what might happen is eventually we're going to need to find a rest to swap into Elatea. And clear Smog it. I think that's our answer if it gets too out of control with Power Up Punch. We might lose Rose. Are there any objections to me clicking Mega Drain? Does someone see the line I don't? That's spooky. I mean, it's like... because it could go for setup. Rat does have most of its HP. Feint Attack does... oh, Rat still has its Oranberry, though. Also, Rat is male, Scraggy's female. We could proc Cute Charm. I think you try to trigger Rest AI ASAP, personally. Yeah, I just don't know how to trigger Rest AI, right? It's never going to rest turn 1. But I don't know if it would... Pokemon can be gay in this game too, not for Cute Charm. Attract can work for same sex, Cute Charm has to be opposing sex, to my knowledge. That being said, it doesn't matter. Rat's male, so that's the best scenario here. Because Feint Attack does at most 24. It is slower. -1. Because we have two options here, right? We have... leave in Rose, spam Mega Drain. As soon as it uses Power Up Punch, things get scary. Or we have swap to Rat, spam Charm, get its attack nuked into the ground, and then hope with things like Bulldoze. Hell, we don't even really need Bulldoze. I think the only thing we have that's slower than it is Famfi. 41, dead, is actually faster. Hold on, let me just export and import that new speed. 31 PE. There we go. Yeah, everything but Famfi outspeeds Scraggy. Because the thing is... we need rat for... okay. Because assuming its attack is at -2, against Famfi, it's going to see its highest damage move is Feint Attack. Swap to Lorenz does 40 damage with Dragon Rage. All we need to do is 18 damage to it beforehand. Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb does at most 24 damage after a charm. Feint Attack does 16 to 18, which would proc Oranberry, dropping us, what, to 21, bringing us back up to 31. Okay. I think the play, swap to Rat. Power Up Punch. Does very little damage, which is nice. It outspeeds us. We're going to go for Charm. Feint Attack is its highest damage move. Attack is currently at net -1. Without crit, the most damage Feint Attack can do is 16. No crit, no crit, no crit, no crit. Cute Charm. Attack is at -3. Never see kill with Rock Tomb. Only sees kill with Feint Attack. We swap to Lorenz, try to 2-hit KO with Dragon Rage. No crit, no crit, no crit, no crit. Okay, procs our Oranberry. Best place we could have seen that. Rock Tomb without crit at most does 20 damage. Crit instantly kills us. We outspeed, so we can at least get the KO, or get the damage in with Dragon Rage. Rock Tomb, no crit, no crit, no crit, no crit! I did forget about the speed drop. Rock Tomb KOs. Because it sees that Rock Tomb KOs, I believe that means it can't use Rest. It should prioritize using Rock Tomb. I have a route that risks 2 crits. Because, if I'm correct, now that we're at -1, we definitely don't outspeed. Yeah, not even a little. Rock Tomb, even at -3, always kills us. It does minimum 16 damage. Elatea lives a Rock Tomb. So we need to consider, we know exactly how much HP it has. It should be at 18 HP. Because, because we use Dragon Rage. So we need to find a Pokemon that can switch in and do a guaranteed 18 damage. Does AJ do 18 damage? Aqua Jet? No, not even a little. It does at most 9 on a high roll. Everything else is 7. But Lombre has Fake Out, does 3. Bubble Beam, high roll does 5 or 15. So, I see the line. It risks losing Rat or Lorenz. A single crit makes us lose a second Pokemon. Feint Attack against Lorenz only kills on a high roll or a crit. Otherwise, it always does 13. It's going to go for Rock Tomb, which against Phanpy cannot kill unless it crits. We swap to Phanpy to get rid of the speed loss, swap back to Lorenz on Feint Attack, specifically because Rock Tomb... Hold on. I have to make sure. Yeah, it'll never go for Power-Up Punch because it can't kill with Power-Up Punch. So even though it's considered general setup, yeah, it could go for Feint Attack if I swap to Phanpy. That being said, against Phanpy, Feint Attack only kills on a crit or a high roll. But do you see my line here? Swap to Phanpy, swap back to Lorenz. The only worry is we need to see Rock Tomb on Phanpy because that's the only thing that will drop its HP low enough so that it doesn't bait Rock Tomb a second time. Rat, I need you to not crit, buddy. No crit. That's a bummer. We kill Scraggy. That was just the only way to do it lossless. In comes Lorenz. Lorenz outspeeds, guarantees kill with Dragon Rage. In comes Combuskin, the final boss. It sees kill against Lorenz with pretty much everything. So, Prinplup guarantees 2-hit KOs it with Bubble Beam followed by Aqua Jet. We basically have to choose who lives or dies here, right? Because against Salandit, does double kick? Yeah, it does. Minimum 8 damage per kick. It doesn't see a guaranteed kill with Incinerate. Okay. So, we have a chance. Rat is kill, which is sad. Rat did so much for us that fight. The question is, do we get out of this fight with 2 deaths or 3? The safe choice is to swap in Elatea or leave in Lorenz. They get KO'd by Combuskin. Combuskin sees KO with Thunder Punch, so I don't think it'll ever go for Workup. That would also kill Elatea. We then get a free swap into Soul. All we need to do is not get paralyzed or crit. Which, compared to everything else we've done so far this fight, is not that big of an ask. Or we swap to Rose. Against Salandit, it would go for Double Kick or Thunder Punch. We would hope to see Thunder Punch, actually. Because then there is a chance Fake Out Bubble Beam kills. You have 60 HP. Nah, that would require a max roll on Bubble Beam. Lorenz gets Dragon Rage. Salazzle gets Encore. There are a lot of things that these guys get us. We get a lot of water types throughout these runs. And sadly, I think we have to sack Elatea. And if we're lucky, it'll proc Poison Point, which is just like extra upside. We don't want to see workup. I don't think it can go for workup because it sees kill. Incinerate. Speed boost. It now guarantees outspeed Prinplup. So, 1 in 16 crit here on Thunder Punch. Actually doesn't kill. All we need to do is dodge the 1 in 10 para and the 1 in 4 inactivity. No crit. No para. We win! Holy shit, we beat Brawly! With 3 losses, that sucks, that's really sad, but we beat Brawly! Get speed boost. Go for Aqua Jet. We kept our best encounters. Well, sort of. We lost Fanfi and that's really sad. Let's go! Alright! It's a bummer. It's so sad we lost Rat. It's so sad we lost Rat. But damn it, we fucking did it. It's also sad we lost Elatea. She did great. She lasted exactly as long as we needed her to. Hold on, I'm just gonna @ Leica really quickly. At Labrador Believer. Knuckle badge. Get. It's just we have a lot of good encounters. We just gotta scale. Inflicts damage equal to the user's level. Seismic Toss is neat. I can't believe we did it. My person, my guy, my boy, your sacrifice will not be in vain. Truly, like, Rat is immortalized. Every Famfi going forward will also be Rat. Rat fucking the cutest little guy imaginable. The cutest fucking elephant you've ever seen in your goddamn life. Cute, charmed low punny into making sure that Lorenz lived. And also, like, Skitty Knot, I'm sorry that it always had to happen that way. You did incredible. You got us here. And now you've got the 5% Goss and Forest Huge. It's really sad. On our last run, we got Goss on first route. But Skitty Knot, you got us really far. You survived that guts boosted Mach Punch that I poorly calced around. You survived so many things. You got us through so many fights. I was a little disappointed when I got you at first. I thought you were interesting, but I thought you were bad. And how far you've come. That silk scarf will go to whoever next performs the role of guy who does normal type damage really good. In goes the first. In goes the second. And in goes the third. And we've got Electrike to try to bait Togedemaru. I don't know how many fights are in Petalburg Forest. We're probably gonna have to do a couple fights before we actually get to take another shot at Togedemaru, but we can get there. Okay. People who know this game, are there any fights between my Petalburg encounter, or can I go and just enjoy that? Jeez. You can just go, nice. Also, let me look at Prinplup. I imagine there's no reason not to level up my guys, right? Thank you. Evolves at level 30, so sadly, Lorenz is probably going to scale off for a bit. Your boy made it. Hold on. Kept. Salandit. Prinpluck. And Lombre. The first trainer's like in the middle of the forest, okay. Oh, are you pulling up encounters? Okay, well here, let me, I need to level up my guys first. I believe level cap is now 25. Lorenz learns Toxic, finally. Oh my god. We definitely keep Venom Drench. We don't need Smog for the damage, we just needed Smog for the guaranteed poison. And now that we know that Corrosion doesn't work with moves that have guaranteed poison, we use Toxic. It says Toxic's 90 accuracy. If it's used by a poison-type Pokemon, it's 100% accuracy. Farewell, Smog. Scalpel gets Roost. You didn't lose Scalpel. We still have Tortuga. And honestly, Orion is interesting. I actually really like modest high special attack Ivy. Like, doesn't Orion have like a perfect special attack Ivy? 26. 26 with modest. Pretty sure Tortuga doesn't evolve soon. Yeah, evolves at 37. Because now I'm trying to be a bit more conscious of, like, Evo moves and shit like that. Wants to learn Rock Slide. Hello. Farewell, Smackdown. You served us well. I don't think there's any issue to not level up Lombre. Ooh, it gets Magical Leaf. Yeah, we're definitely fucking hiking this up. Wants to learn Magical Leaf, which we'll just replace Hidden Power with. It's just worse Bubble Beam. Soul wants to learn Life Dew. I really like the idea of having Life Dew, especially now that we're like coming up on double battles. We obviously keep Aqua Jet. Well, I don't know. Priority's nice, but we aren't exactly slow. We get rid of Hidden Power now, because we can just relearn it later if we need it. PB, chat. We technically beat Brawly on our second run, but we beat Brawly with like 2 Pokemon left alive, and we lost all of our best ones. Like, I wouldn't count that as PB. And let's go level up our other guys. I believe Trammon finally evolves, and we checked, Manectrike still keeps static. So, no downside to evolving it. Oh, and we finally get Serena. Okay, Serena's about to pop the fuck off, I believe. I'm not sure if it learns Stomp and then needs to level up to 26. I'm assuming it just evolves as soon as it learns it. I hope that it evolves as soon as it learns it. I'm going to save the game in case it somehow doesn't. We also checked. There are no moves that Steenie learned. It is Queenly Majesty. Wants to learn Teeter Dance. I would consider Teeter Dance. Yeah, don't need Play Nice. Oh yeah, just being able to negate fake outs. Oh my gosh. So, level 25 wants to learn Stomp. Teach it Stomp. We want Rapid Spin. We want Razor Leaf. We'll get rid of Magical Leaf. Good. It evolves as soon as it learns Stomp, not after. Say hello to the goat of Roxanne Split. Sarina has an incredibly powerful signature move called Drop Kick. A base 70 power grass move that always drops the opponent's physical attack whenever you hit with it. Its ability, Queenly Majesty, prevents priority moves. Like, not only do they not have priority, they straight up don't do damage. So I'm genuinely wondering, right? Do I get rid of Stomp for Drop Kick? Do I get rid of... I like Razor Leaf because it's a spread move. It can be very funny against Chell. Nice. Because, like, Queenly Majesty makes Vafane our big-time double battle toolkit item because it stops priority. So do we keep Razor Leaf? Stomp is weaker than Drop Kick, doesn't get stabbed, but it can cause flinch. I think we just get rid of it for Trop, right? Or we could go for Teeter Dance. I should probably just get rid of Teeter Dance if I'm being honest, because Confusion is very inconsistent. We're kind of past the point in the game where we can be like, oh, we can throw out a Confuse Ray and hope that you know, gets us an extra turn or two. I forget if Casterius evolves. Remo evolves at 25. It gets Aqua Jet at 26 though. But it doesn't get Octazooka. It would keep it for Aqua Jet. We'd have to scale Octazooka on it. Oh, hello, little man. Hello, little critter. Friends who know this game, should I avoid evolving Remoraid so it can get Aqua Jet at 26? Mint Mod has redeemed a beast. But a moment.
Cedar's not good yet about being held.
No, he's pretty good about being held. He's just squirmy and likes going around.
Java's so good about it, though.
Yeah, no, Java has always loved to be held. It was kind of a short show beast, but you got the cat machine gun out of it. Since it never gets used and it's a special attacker. Yeah, I just like being able to have prio moves sometimes, but I do think that I'd prefer to just get Octazooka.
I think Cedar's technically 4 months old now?
Is he now? Yeah.
What was his adoption paper?
His adoption paper, because the website said he was 3.5 months, pretty much to the dot when we adopted him.
Yeah.
Wants to learn Focus Energy. He's very small.
His birthday is May 1st.
So, do we want Focus Energy more than Lock On? No, we keep Lock On because theoretically, Octillery learns Gunk Shot.
He's considered 4 months old starting tomorrow.
Nice.
probably fake man too, sometimes chippies.
Could I also potentially bug you for more water, my love? Thank you.
Oh, here. Okay.
She's so good to me. She just gives me her water. So the thing is, I'm honestly, now that we've made it past Brawly Split, I'm not that mad about Remoraid. Octillery is kind of interesting. To damage and cut accuracy? Is the accuracy cut guaranteed in this?
I got him.
Oh my god.
Here's Java. He was taking a nap. He's 2 years old. He's, you know, the good boy who is so good that makes you want a second pet. That's him.
Thank you, Turtle, for clipping Gatling gun. Yeah, it also, you're right, it is 30%. But also, it's an upgrade to Bubble Beam. Got Bubble Beam and learned Octazooka. Kethri doesn't evolve for a bit. But it gets Bullet Punch, and that's nice. Feint Attack will eventually be Stab, and moves that never miss are nice. I think we just get rid of Arm Thrust. It's inconsistent, but 3 Arm Thrusts does more damage than a Karate Chop, but Karate Chop has high flinch. And still, though, I don't want to ever risk having to rely on a low roll Arm Thrust, because it's still like a 30% chance to happen. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. There's no reason to delay leveling up Shelter, is there? Gets Razor Shell at 20, gets Razor Shell at 20, Whirlpool at 25, Whirlpool at 25, Ice Shard at 28, Ice Shard at 28, Aurora Beam at 32. Well, at least at present, there is no reason to delay leveling it up. Whirlpool is worse than Clamp, but again, Confuse Ray is inconsistent, because I think we can we stack persistent damage effects like Whirlpool and Clamp? Can we use both? Because yeah, I can also just mark the encounter off on my own.
Fair enough. I just want to be helpful.
I appreciate that. I think we get rid of Confuse Ray, right? Because even if it turns out they don't stack and we need to delete Whirlpool, like, we would have deleted Confuse Ray as our next move anyways. Sorry, I just need to make sure. Elect. Oh wait, that's Electric. Electros. Neck. Oh, it evolves into Manectric at 26. Interesting. Okay, so we don't need to worry about preventing it from evolving. Fire Fang is nice for coverage. We obviously want to keep Thunder Wave. Fire Fang's just kind of an upgrade to Bite. Like, Manectric is really fast, right? Like, really, really fast. 105 speed, because I just like the idea of keeping a priority move. Yeah, I think I want the priority move more than I want the coverage. Specifically the like dark coverage. And let me get everyone's moves rearranged a little bit. Okay. I think we're ready to go get our Petalburg encounter. Let's take a look at what's there. So, Carnivine is 30%, Shroomish is 20%, we duped Steenie, Chikorita is 10%, Bellsprout's 10%, Gossifleur is a 5%. Paris is probably a massive miss. Yeah. How are we doing on balls? Pretty sure we're fine. Yeah. I'll grab, like, Fletchinger. I just want a bunch of fire types. Is Paris good in this? Genuinely, I don't know. If Parasect is good, like, hell yeah. I suppose it gets Spore, which is, like, nice because you can plan around it. I know that it's probably not a great encounter, but I would love to get Shroomish because Breloom is one of my favorite Pokemon, and if you're able to delay its Evo for a while, it gets Spore. Help me through Roxanne, Watson, and Cycling Road Rivals, since then I love the guy. Well, hell, okay, cool. That makes me at least excited at the possibility of getting Paris. It won't make me feel bad if I get it. Okay. You're already holding an Oranberry, right, buddy? You also have Roost if we really need it. Ooh, we actually probably don't want to lead with a Flame Body Pokemon, do we? Can lead with Vifane. Though, honestly, like, how high are the levels of the encounters at Petalburg even? Level 14? Yeah. Okay. Repellent is deactivated. We're leading Sarina. Hell, you know what? Let's fucking lead Tramin, so that way we can get off a T-Wave. Because I don't think there's any electric types here, so Static won't do anything crazy. Most common encounter. Unsurprising. I hear Carnivine's kind of a meme. Thunderwave. Now we switch to Vifane to be able to take hits. Leaf Tornado, Razor Leaf. Just gonna start using Great Balls. 1, 2, 3. I always get a little nervous with these. 3. Good. Okay. Obviously, this is the Nuzlocke where more than anything you don't want to miss your encounters. Hanging from the branches using talent. I don't care. Alright, we need to find something to name a Carnivine after. Yeah, to the surprise of no one, there are no Carnivines. So, do Tweeler. We could bring Neve back. Mortowin. Stark, obviously we already have a Vafane. Call it Dennis. If no one has submitted an OC named Dennis, we can't call it Dennis. Yeah, you know what? There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. We are naming it Moro. So I definitely don't know how to pronounce this. This is probably Irish. Wait. Oh. Mordo. L-L-W-E-N. Morodwin. Yeah, no, I definitely don't know how to pronounce that, so we're going to call it Moro for right now. Okay. Let's go see its stats. And then once we get it up to level, we can import everything that we currently have into the calculator. God, it feels good to be back in Petalburg. Oh, I know Neve was yours. We just had a Neve on our first run, so that's why I wanted to avoid using it for that. Levitate. Okay, honestly, having Levitate is nice. Bold nature increases its defense. Oh, perfect speed IV. I don't know what Carnivine's IVs are normally. 46. And we have an attack nerfing nature when attack is its best stat. So, you know, it's a guy. Pleading Eyes, Dollop. Oh, Concrete, honey, you have to resubmit Dollop then. Still though, let's get it up to level, see if it learns anything interesting. Wants to learn Sweet Scent. I don't think we want to teach it Sweet Scent. Acid Spray. Okay, now we're talking. I'm pretty sure Acid Spray is a guaranteed defense drop, isn't it? 100% chance to lower the target's special defense by 2 stages. We have Leaf Tornado. I like that Razor Leaf is a spread move. I don't think this thing is bulky enough to really do bind. I think I want to get rid of bind. Okay. So, I guess now we need to figure out how many encounters we have until we get to Rustboro, right? Like, I kind of don't know what we're doing now. Which is fun, but also scary. Oh, and also scripting. Let's just do... There we go. Copy. Remove all Pokemon from all boxes. Import the new kids. Scope lens sniper. Oh boy. Oh boy. I see we're officially entering the cheese portion of the game. Oh dear, oh my. Okay. I am also going to remove the ceremonial garb. Our accoutrement. Cheese portion, we're fighting Pokemon that have scary gimmicks. Namely, we're up against an Ariados that has Scope Lens, the ability Sniper, and a bunch of moves that have high crit rates. Yeah, but Shelter can't be crit. I don't know. Okay, April has saved the game. So, it is time to do the thing we do. Mute the game. Go to here. Start running our calcs. I can't believe we beat Brawly. Okay. Dose. So, what does Sniper do in Modern Gen? If this Pokemon strikes with a critical hit, the damage is multiplied by 1.5. I think it's an additional 1.5, so it results in 2.25. Off to a good start. Did you win yet? I mean, we beat Brawly, if that's what you're wondering. Oh god, I'm already looking at these fights and getting scared. Each life Giga Drain. You only have 3 Pokemon and they're so much lower level than mine. I mean, Aerial Ace does minimum 56 damage, and then Quick Attack does 13. 56 plus 13. Okay, that actually does exactly equal. All it took was 1 elephant, a seahorse, and my cat. Fellstinger's funny. I was looking at the wrong Pokemon. I was looking at the wrong guy. Okay, because if I'm correct, Cross Poison has boosted crit rate, right? High critical hit ratio, 10% chance to poison. And then Scope Lens also increases chance to crit. I think it's basically a coin flip. How did we get sent into the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon all final dungeon themes? God, do I need to call stream soon so I can just like... Jamie, I gotta hit the books. Okay, Rock Slide Aqua Jet. Pin Missile doesn't have a boosted crit rate. And because it doesn't know... Yeah. I believe that's how this works, right? Okay. Bug, Catcher, Lyle. So he opens with an Ariados that has a bunch of cheese strats. It sees its highest damage move against Tortuga is Pin Missile. It would need to crit a lot. Even if it has boosted crit range, it would need to crit a bunch and get all 5 hits. Realistically, we are quite safe from Pin Missile. Rock Slide even has a chance to one-hit KO. It's like a 50-50. Open with Turt. Use Rock Slide. KO with a jet. Pin Missile is likely to crit 1 or 2 of its hits. Because, what does Scope Lens do? Holder's critical hit ratio is raised by 1 stage. Okay, how do crits work? All hit ratio Pokemon. Yeah, it would need to get a bunch of crits to kill us. Stage modifiers. Okay, at +1 crit stages, moves only have a 1 in 8 chance of crit. Wait, did they reduce the crit chance from 1 in 16 to 1 in 24? Did I just forget that? Oh my god, crit range is... I've been running my numbers here assuming 1 in 16s for crits for so long. That's really funny. Okay. So, in Gen 7 onwards, yeah, it would need to roll improbably well. Odds are likely that it would crit with 1, maybe even 2 pin missiles, but... What's 7 times 2.25? 15.7. And also, if it's using Pin Missile, it means that Oranberry will proc if it drops us under. So yeah, KO with Aqua Jet. We're going to assume that one of these is a crit, so it does 15 plus 14. So 64 minus 29. Very likely that we get hit by another one. Knocks us down to 28, procs Oranberry. We should be at around mid-30s in our HP. Kricketune outspeeds, Ninjask of course outspeeds. It's a shame that Ninjask does so much damage because Rock Slide kills it 17 times over. Which makes sense. Dual Wing Beat is scary. but it always goes for Giga Drain or Leech Life against Tortuga. Pretty sure crits are 1/16th in this? Okay. Critical hit chance is 1 in 16. You are correct. Okay, fuck. So then... boosted crit rate is still always 1 in 8, thankfully. Every generation plus 1 crit stage brings you to 1 in 8. Hey, what's your ability, Octillery? Suction Cups. I don't think that does too much. Oh, you actually go into Ninjask quite well. Okay, hold on. So we have Tortuga in. She shouldn't see KO on Cricketoon. So she should go Ninjask. Swap to Ninja. Ninjask against Tortuga should see KO with Giga Drain. It has speed boost. Why does it have White Herb? Because White Herb just, like, cures Taunt and things like that, right? Restores all lower stat stages. Huh. I guess it's just if it gets, like, intimidated or something. So you can't, like, get a cheese switch in. But yeah, Fletchinger with Oranberry plus Flame Body can swap into Ninjask pretty well. Potentially one-hit KO with Aerial Ace, and then swoop in for kill with Quick Attack. So, swap to Flet. Dual Wing Beat, even on a crit, shouldn't kill in conjunction with Giga Drain. Use a Ace. KO with Q Attack. Swap to... That feels like a slur. Alright, Cricketoon. Aerial Ace has a chance to KO, so we should probably plan around switching just to play it safe. Incinerate has a chance to one-hit KO. Swap into Aerial Ace, get off a Razor Shell, swap into something else could work. Because it'll never go for Rock Smash, and even if it does, the damage loss it gets for not going to Aerial Ace, I think, neutralizes something like Bug Bite. Always goes for Bug Bite. Okay. Swap to Shell. Notes. Do not give Shell an orange berry. I'm just making sure you have Technician Lumberry, you have Speed Boost White Herb, you have Sniper Scope Lens. Okay, so no cheese there. So yeah, swap to Shell. Use Razor Shell. There is a small chance it sees Fell Stinger as being highest damage, which also isn't good. We just want to make sure it doesn't use Aerial Ace, and it never sees Aerial Ace as highest damage. So that's good. Swap to Cell KO with D-Rage. Okay, I think we have this one figured out. I'm sorry, 1 second. I need to get back to my fucking... Okay. I need to start adding more music. I think I'm probably going to start going through the Deltarune soundtrack next. Okay. I believe this fight should be consistent. Even if it scares me. The only way it could go horribly wrong is if this thing gets a frankly ungodly number of crits against Tortuga. So, start with Sybil. Swap it with Carnivine. Next we want Fletchinger in second. And then we want Shell. And then we want Salandit. And then, honestly, I kind of like having Casterius and Prinplup. They both just do, like, a lot of generic good damage and can switch into moves well enough. And the reason we aren't equipping Terramin with a berry is because Cricketune has Bug Bite. So, no point in healing it. So you should have an orange... Oh no, you have a cherry berry. So let's give you an orange berry. Because there is no reason... Oh. Yeah, no reason it would go for cross poison. Flame Body, Orin. You have nothing. Oranberry. Aerial Ace Outspeed. Oh wait, actually, we KO with Flame Burst, not D-Rage. Because we actually probably... Against Shelder, it probably always goes for Bug Bite. So actually, we don't want an item on Lorenz either. So we've officially entered the point in the game where we're basically going to be doing this for fucking every fight. Go, do fight, run back to PC, calc out next fight, go back, do next fight. Ad nauseum, forever. So let's pause that. Let's unmute this. Tortuga versus Ariados. It outspeeds us. We just need to make it to Petalburg, baby. We just gotta make it to Petalburg. Or not Petalburg, Rustboro. Make it to Rustboro, we have a shot at Togedemaru. Repellent is activated. We also need to see if there are any items to find. So, game is considered saved. I'm meandering around to look for items. If I get jump scared by a trainer that isn't the one we were planning on fighting, does not count. This guy spins like a trainer. Bug Maniac James, Rich Boy Winston. So, like, chat, we agree we're cool, right? If this guy ends up being a trainer, he spins like a trainer. There's no way he's not. Yeah, he's probably Rich Boy Winston. I wanna be Tracer. Fur coat leftovers. He's not that scary, but I would prefer to come back here after I've prepped to fight him. Which we can honestly probably do next. He only has 2 Pokemon. Okay. Tortuga's in first slot. Cool. Bugcatcher Lyle. Bugcatcher Lyle. Sends out Ariados. We open Sybil. Ariados is going to go for Pin Missile. We are going to go for Rock Slide. We have a chance to one-hit KO. We want to see minimal crits. Rocks Orin. Perfect. We go for Rock Slide. Didn't find the kill range. It shouldn't know that we're faster than it, so we're going to go for the KO with Aqua Jet. The game isn't able to read our priority moves as outspeeding. So in comes Ninjask. Ninjask sees a big, juicy Giga Drain off Sybil right now. Unfortunately, it's actually about to suck on Fraud Body. Three damage. It gets speed boost. Doesn't matter, it already outsped us. Aerial Ace has a chance to one-hit KO. It's going to go for dual Wing Beat. Even if it crits both times, I believe we're safe. Flame Body lowers the damage for all other hits, which also guarantees that Ninjask goes down this turn. Because even if we don't KO it with Aerial Ace, it dies to burn damage. Probably. Out comes... Okay. What status drop? I love this game, man. Okay. Out comes Kricketune. Kricketune is likely to go for Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace does at most 17 damage to Shelder. Shelder cannot be crit. None of its attacks can 2-hit KO Shelder. Goes for Aerial Ace. We're going to go for Razor Shell. It's likely to use Bug Bite here. Max damage on Bug Bite is 25. Didn't drop its defense. That's fine. At 15 HP, it does see kill with Fell Stinger. It sees kill with Bug Bite. Does not see kill with Rock Smash. Does potentially see kill with Aerial Ace, but I believe if it sees kill with Fell Stinger, it prioritizes it. No matter what happens, we should be safe to go to our Pokemon, swap to Lorenz, who is also not holding an item. Goes for Fell Stinger. Fell Stinger is only dangerous if it KOs you with it. We now outspeed, we KO with Flame Burst. Or Dragon Rage, but we're guaranteeing it with Flame Burst. Nice. Okay. We got Carnivine. So the thing is, I can definitely feel the hunger getting to me. I can definitely tell that it's probably making me a little less patient, a little less focused. I'm thinking maybe we want to call it soon. I'm so curious. What goes after Rich Boy Winston, though? We have not done Rustboro City. Chance for what? Yeah, that's true. We're hoping to not get that. We're hoping for Togedemaru. The nice thing is that I believe in the grass in Rustboro is also Phanpy, which means it's duped out. So it means that if we miss Togedemaru coin flip, there is a chance that we get a reroll. I mean, how hard is the next trainer's team, right? Flame Body, Eviolite, Larvesta. What does Skitter Smack do? What was your, like, special, or your special attack, right? Yeah, lower special attack. Yeah, thankfully, now that we're in the bug section, Turtwig is really nice to have. Really, really nice. It's like, I can calc more fights, or I can just call it here. I want to calc more fights, but I should just call it here. I can play... I was planning on probably doing a stream tomorrow, and it means I can play Baldur's Gate with my wife tonight. And I can eat and be smarter and safer. And we get to raid out while we have 13 people, which is really nice. I'm guessing Nintendo's currently live? I would say, Ninten currently took the week off to enjoy, like, the long weekend, and he's doing the same shit we're doing. So, honestly, oh, but Blazimen's live. I want to raid into the Polycule because it's nice, but also, Ninten has been such a big help, and I don't know, I like being able to mutually boost my shonen rival. Yeah, you're right, Turtle. I'll have more time to raid Ninten. Did I spell it right? I did. So I'm going to send you all off to Blazimen, a member of Tamaru's Polycule. Looks like he is currently playing the Mass Effect trilogy. Odds are we will be live again tomorrow evening. Or not tomorrow evening, what? Tomorrow afternoon. I have the day off, even if I wasn't doing the whole Wisdom Teeth thing. And in the evening I have Vampire, so I might want to get a stream in, just for the funsies. We beat Brawly! We have escaped the start of the game. I'm not even gonna say we've escaped early game. We've escaped the start of the game. And now we get to see where we can go from here. We have another chance at Togedemaru. We gotta make it through this forest. We've got a lot of things we can do, but I have faith in our ability to do them. So make sure to check back in. I'll provide updates in the Discord for when we should be going live, but until then, friends, I'd like to thank you so much for joining me. I have been April, she has been May, you have all been incredible, and I will catch you all in the next one. Have a good day, folks. Go say hi to Blaz & Co.